There is a history of unprecedented projects and accomplishments led by extraordinary elected officials with a passion for their cities, ideas for greatness, and a leadership capacity to get it done. What ideas do you have that would take Fort Lauderdale from good to great? And actually, why don't we start with Ms. Adams again, and you can answer from the table.
Oh, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, Fort Lauderdale has all of the elements to be a great city, and is a great city. I think the void in making it a great city is the lack of leadership. We, over the last number of years, have seen a void in our city commission, and there's been a lack of direction. We invested millions in having master plan after master plan, different forums and meetings, and only to find them on the shelf. That we have not had the leaders with the sustainability to work together to make our city a great city. I think we have all the elements for the cake, but we just have not put them together and used them wisely. So, from my point of view, it's it's leadership that we need.
Thank you, Pam. Mr. DuBose?
I too must agree that I feel that Fort Lauderdale is a wonderful city. Leadership has been lacking in areas. And in regards to a new, exciting, big project, I don't think we really need anything else to add. I think about the city, and I think about the programs that we have on paper. If we raised them as a hologram, it would be a totally different place. A big part that will take us from good to great. I look at the people. The people decide what makes a city a great city. And some of the things we need to look at is decreasing crime, economic development, and tourism. These are things that will bring a wider perspective and the view of Fort Lauderdale, and that's what makes it great. It's not a new building, it's not a new project, it's how people feel. People feel safe, and they feel a sense of pride. Then you'll move from good to great.
Mr. Mizell, please.
I believe the city of Fort Lauderdale could be greater if the legislative body viewed the entire city as equal. No one area should be more important than the other. The same thought and consideration that goes into progression and revitalization of other districts should be used and implemented in all districts. We should be willing to examine the good that has been done as well as the good that needs to be done. I know Fort Lauderdale is a great city, but I know it could be the greatest in America. The most important ingredient needed is common goals and as diverse the city is. No matter a person's ethnic background or gender, sexuality, or economic tax bracket, social standing, or religion, as a community, we should want to ensure the safety of our residents first by having ample police, fire rescue, and paramedic women and men that will keep our families and children safe and keep violent criminals off the street. The not-so-recent annexation of new neighborhoods should keep that a priority for the next commission. We also need to keep affordable housing in areas that are planned for redevelopment. It would be a tragedy to revitalize a neighborhood only to make it too expensive to live in. The people who have lived in these areas should be able to benefit from this redevelopment, not be a casualty of progress. The current economic crisis shows that now more than ever we need to be addressing issues such as these, especially in the Sistrum corridor. To make the city the greatest, in my opinion, we need to invest in the harmony of races and cultures. Discrimination of any kind should not be tolerated or condoned within the city. To make this a success, we should target the youth of the city. We should allow our children to interact with children of different ethnic and cultural backgrounds. It should be done in a place that caters to the educational and social growth for children in the city and have the amenities that keeps children interested in bettering themselves to become productive members of society at large, meanwhile observing and respecting the many wonderful cultures represented in this great city.